Hey team, it's day 28. Hope you guys are doing great. We are 4 weeks into this thing with another 9 weeks to go, and I think it's clipping along pretty good. So thank you to those that have made suggestions on content, asked questions, and supported me this whole way. And if you're coming with on the journey, I hope that this is going just as well as it is for me so far. You know, we're down about 10 pounds over 4 weeks. It's 2.5 pounds a week. Still above that 2 pounds, but want to make sure we continue to drop. So let's go through the 6 daily goals. And then one thing I want to go over is how does alcohol affect weight loss? And if you're drinking a glass of wine or anything right now, we'll find out. So here we go. Let's get through the 6. 222 pounds. I'm not liking that too much. You know, I've kind of been stagnant for a little while. I will see what goes on tomorrow morning because I think I'm going to get a full night's sleep tonight. So 1832 is the calories, 120 ounces of water, 6.5 hours of sleep, just not good. I woke up super tired. It's dragging on me a little bit, a couple days in a row now. 50 minutes of exercise. I'm really liking my workout schedule, and then 215 grams of protein. So with that 222, I got to figure it out because when I'm stale and stagnant at a weight, sometimes when I get a full night's sleep, it seems that I all of a sudden will flush a little bit or drop a little bit of weight. And maybe that just means I'm a little more dehydrated because my body had a little more time to be in that slow wave sleep and REM sleep. So it did give myself a little bit of chance to get into deeper sleep and flush out toxins. So let's go through this one though. How does alcohol impact or affect your weight loss? Now, when I stand here and look at the board and there are 8 things, probably don't need to talk anymore. But the idea came from one of my buddies who told me he was doing a dry January. I didn't even know what that was. I don't drink a ton, but when I do, I drink. It was weird because he said his wife was doing it, then he joined her, and he's a casual drinker really, and just talked about, you know, how he doesn't have any anxiety anymore. You know, his skin is better, he sleeps better, like all sorts of things that he's finding from like just being dry for 27, 28 days, not having a drink. He's actually feeling pretty good. And he's like, you wouldn't know what that means, Richard, because you rarely drink. And that's true. I rarely drink. I just didn't grow up around it. And I really don't like how it makes me feel in the morning. I like a good wine here and there. And I am a pretty cheap drunk because I never drink, but let's get into it, right? So how does alcohol affect weight loss? First of all, it's empty calories. It is empty calories. I mean, people might say with the wine, oh, it's an antioxidant, you know, heart healthy. Yeah, but so is eat some dark fruit. It's used as a primary source of fuel. So like if you're eating while you're drinking, your body is burning the alcohol first before it's using the carbohydrates that you're eating. So what happens when you don't use the carbohydrates as fuel? It gets stored as fat. So everything you're eating with that alcohol, boom, see ya, right there. Can affect your liver, fatty liver. Now that's kind of a tough one. And the thing is your liver metabolizes that alcohol. So if you get a fatty liver, the liver helps like detoxify your entire body. So if you get that fatty liver, it just doesn't process the same as it used to. So it inhibits weight loss a little bit. Can contribute to a beer belly. Come on, what did I say with number 1? It's empty calories, and especially beer, there's not a ton of nutrients with it. So you're eating these extra calories. Then you go down to your primary source of fuel. So you're eating with it. So all that stuff you're eating is getting stored. And where does the primary, you know, place to go is visceral fat or abdominal fat. It does contribute to a beer belly on dudes. Okay. Lowers inhibitions. Well, we're not only talking about drinking here, right? So put away the crazy stories that you've had at parties back in the college days or in the college days if you're there now. But what we're really talking about here is eating. You don't have the willpower to not reach for the bag of chips or the sleeve of Oreos or the pizza. Oh my God, pizza's so good. Or the burgers, you know, I mean, every time you're like, oh, I need good hangover food, or go sit at a Denny's at 2 a.m. and you just get a super slam or something like that. You know, I mean, it just lowers your inhibitions to be able to make healthy choices when you eat. So that's the inhibitions we're talking about. Lowers testosterone and affects other hormones. So the reason I said lowers testosterone and I put it in red is because lower testosterone in men are associated with lack of sleep and a cardiovascular disease, like a ton of different things. So like muscle mass, all that kind of stuff. So alcohol can affect and lower over time your testosterone. It can negatively affect sleep. Studies have shown that when you drink and you go to bed, whether you're inebriated or not, I mean, most of the time in these studies, people were waking more, they had restful sleep, it just wasn't a full sleep. And the slow wave and REM cycles were messed up a little bit. So yeah, it affects your sleep. So what happens when it affects your sleep and you get sleep deprivation? Remember we talked about hormones that get affected when you sleep. So I hope as we go through these days and I kind of touch on the different parts of just weight loss and what all can affect it, you see how it's kind of all interconnected, that you really have to get on a schedule. Now, I'm not saying never take a drink again, but I'm just saying when you do, if you're chronic or you're frequent, or even what people say casual drinking, if it's negatively affecting your sleep deprivation, remember all the hormones I talked about yesterday. And man, no wonder it causes a little bit of weight gain. And it affects your digestion. So it does some stuff with your intestines and your stomach to where it puts some strain, maybe causes some inflammation. So if you're not absorbing your nutrients as well, and you're not, things aren't moving through that digestive cycle as well, how are you gonna lose weight then? And how are you gonna get the nutrients that you need so you can live a healthy lifestyle? So when you take a look at all 8 of these things, you can kind of roll through how they're interconnected. And then you think about, the hormones involved with sleep, and then, you just go on. And in the end, I'm just gonna put in a plug, your trifecta of calories, water, and sleep. I mean, you wanna be doing that, right? And alcohol inhibits whether you're gonna be able to control that. It dehydrates you a little bit, so you're probably not drinking a ton of water with it, and it interrupts your sleep. So I mean, alcohol blows out that trifecta that we're talking about. And I know there's tons of different programs, but I don't believe any of them tell you to drink alcohol to lose weight. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. I mean, there's a ton right here. You can do your own research as well, but I think you're gonna find similar things. Having drinks, aren't a big deal, here and there. I just would be careful and limit your intake if you want to lose weight. And if you don't care and you're not really worried about it, do what you want to do. I mean, it's a free country. Do what you want. But if you're kind of upset about not seeing your weight loss progress and you tend to have a glass of wine, I have someone really close to me that I know that has a glass of wine pretty much, used to all the time. And, would complain that, not complain, but just they knew that, that alcohol was contributing to, the stalling of weight loss and things. So just know if you're stalling or if you're wondering why the weight's not going somewhere, I mean, take a look at alcohol consumption as it relates to weight loss. It's gonna stall it. So like I said, doesn't mean you have to completely stay away, because gradually over time you'll still be good, but consistent recreational drinking probably is not gonna be good for your weight loss over time. So anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Look forward to talking to you tomorrow. If you have any suggestions or comments, please drop them below. And again, thanks so much for your support. We're 4 weeks into this, and I look forward to the next 9 weeks of talking to you guys. So thanks again.